Hello aspirants, I am Inkar Team from Inkar IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the 13th March current affairs. The topic taken from the Delhi Editorial. The topic is planetary pressure on the Human Development Index, the dangerous illusion cast by development rankings. This topic comes under our GS3, Indian economy and issues related to planning, mobilization of resource. In this topic, we are going to discuss about planetary pressure on Human Development Index. What is HDI? What is planetary pressure on human development index, and why was it created and how it's created, and what does PHDI shows, and how does the human development index create a misguided performance of progress? How does the HDI create a misguided perception or progress? Why the United Nations introduced the planetary pressure adjusted HDI, and what should be the true meaning of progress for the developing nation like India, and why should developing countries like India adopt a different vision of program, and what are the steps taken by the Indian government, and what is the way forward? These are the topics we are going to discuss by today's news. First of all, why it is in the news, the dangerous illusion cast by development rankings, that is California was one on fire, that once again, that is the recent wildfires were so catastrophic that some estimates place the total economic damage at around $250 billion, which is an amount rivaling that Greece GDP in 2023. So first of all, you must clear about what is HDI, that is Human Development Index. That is a composite statistics that is used to rank countries, that is based on the life expectancy, education and per capita income. That is called the HDI. What is PHDI? That is a PHDI is an experimental index that adjusts the HDI for the planetary pressure on specifically considering a country's carbon dioxide emission and also material footprint. And what is why was PHDI created? That is it is developed to reflect concern about the intergenerational inequality similar to the inequality adjusted HDI. So it's address the intergenerational inequality, and how PHDI is calculated. So the PHDI is calculated is a product of the HDI and an adjustment factor that accounts for the planetary pressure. Specifically, that is CO2 emission, that is a carbon dioxide emission per person, and also material footprint on the per capita. So what does PHDI shows? That is the idea, that scenario where there is no pressure on the planet, that PHDI equals to the HDI. However, the pressure increases, the PHDI falls below the HDI. So these are the things about the HDI and PDI, and how does the HDI creates a misguided perception or progress. First of all, ignores the environmental impact. That is HDI, that is only measures the life expectancy, education and income. So it will not account for the environmental damage caused by the development. So the countries like US, Norway have high HDI scores despite being among the largest carbon emitters and resource consumers, and promotes the unsustainable consumption pattern. It celebrates the lifestyle that are affluent countries, that without considering whether this consumption pattern can be replicated globally. That is, if every country consumed resources like the European Union, we would need multiple Earths to sustain the global life. Overlook the inequality and social justice. So HDI does not reflect international inequalities within countries or also outside the country, masking the disparities in wealth distribution and social justice. So it's a significant inequality exists in between the rural and urban population. So for the access of education and healthcare also. So one size fits all model of development, that is it assumes that better development regarding that cultural and ecological diversity. So countries like Costa Rica that achieve high life expectancy and literacy with a low ecological footprints, offering a sustainable development model, but not in all the countries. Fails to recognize the planetary boundaries, that is HDI does not measures whether country development exceed the ecological limits, that encouraging and also the environmental sustainability. So Nordic countries like top HDA ranking despite of consuming resources equivalent in 5 years per capita. So first of all, why did the United Nations introduce the planetary pressure adjusted HDI, that is to address the problem, that is environmental sustainability, to address these level, that is a high level of human development such as carbon emission and resource consumption, that countries like IHDI, that US, Australia, that receive lower PHDI ranking due to the significant carbon footprints, to provide a more holistic measure to offer a comprehensive understanding of development and balancing the human well-being of with environmental responsibility. So the Norway ranks high in HDI and PHDI score is reduced because its high per capita ecological impact. To encourage the sustainable development model, to encourage the highlight the need of the nation to pursue progress within planetary boundaries, like Costa Rica focus on the renewable energy and forest conservation and maintain the more balanced PHDI. So what does true meaning of the progress for the developing nation like India? First of all, that is sustainable development with the ecological limits. So we need to maintain the India's national solar mission aims to increase the renewable energy capacity, to reduce the fossil fuels, to promote the cleaner and sustainable pressure, and also inclusive equitable growth is required by reducing the inequalities and providing the access of the basic service like healthcare, education, employment. So all the section of society, that aspiration, the district program focus on the improving underdevelopment area and also enhance the healthcare, education and infra. So quality of life and human dignity is also important. So two progress is prioritize human access of safe health and fulfilling life. Swachh Bharat mission, improve the sanitation across the rural India, so enhance the public health and also living condition. Why should developing countries like India adopt a different vision on progress? We need to maintain the environmental sustainability and resource limits. So following a Western world model that in high consumption of the unsustainable resource rich and ecological vulnerable countries, developing nation should prioritize the sustainable practice to avoid the environmental degradation, and also we need to concentrate more on the renewable energy and also addressing the social inequalities. So different vision of program that focus on this reducing inequalities. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, it's an example for promotes the financial inclusion by providing banking services in a marginalized community and fostering the inclusive development. What are the key steps taken by the Indian government? First of all, National Plan on Climate Change. That is a mission that includes 8 missions focusing on the renewable energy, water conservation, and also sustainable agricultural practice like solar mission, green hydrogen mission. That is mainly promotes the use of the green hydrogen to reduce the fossil fuel dependency. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, it is used to provide the banking access to the unbanked population to enhance the financial support, and also Pradhan Mantri Ayushman Bharat, that is provides health coverage to cover the 500 million people to ensure access of the quality healthcare, and Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. This guarantees 100 days of wage employment per year to rural households to ensure the livelihood security. Deen Dayal and Antyodaya Yojana, that will be a focus on all skill development and employment for the rural and urban poor. So these are the key steps taken by the Indian government, and we need to adopt a balanced development approach that integrated environmental sustainability and social economic policy to ensure progress respects planetary boundaries while addressing the socio-economic disparities. To enhance our social equality and well-being is important to prioritize inclusive growth, improving access of quality healthcare, education, employment for especially the marginalized groups. So this will definitely expand the program like Ayushman Bharat Skill India Mission to ensure the equitable opportunity and better living standard. Thank you so much.